What if I told you that in just 90 days, you can completely transform your life to finally start building the life that you always dreamed of having? Not someday, not eventually, starting right now. Most people think to transform your life requires big sacrifices or huge time commitments or quit your full-time job and move to Bali. But the truth is far simpler than you think. All it really takes is 1 hour. Yes, 60 minutes every day. Just start small and stay consistent. The most successful people have 24 hours in their day. And guess what? You have the same 24 hours in your day too. The thing that's standing in between where you are right now and building a life that you always dreamed of is just 1 hour. That's it. But first, let's discuss a common problem that comes with the nature of time. Over time, if things are left on its own, it will naturally tend towards decay and chaos. Unless you actively intervene, everything in your life will decay over time. I mean, think about it. You leave your house to its own, it will get messy and dusty. When you neglect your health, you end up getting sick. When you neglect your money, you end up getting into debt. And when you neglect your relationships and the people around you, they start falling apart. But here's the good news. While it's inevitable that things unattended will break down, it only takes small, consistent, and disciplined daily actions to reverse that effect. It just takes 1 hour per day. I get it. Life gets busy. Balancing the responsibilities of raising a young family, meal prepping, taking care of your health, house chores, not to mention having a full-time job. I feel like I don't have any time left to build that life I always wanted for me and my family. But be honest with yourself. How much time did you spend scrolling on your phone after work or after the kids went to bed? The average person in the US spends about 2.5 to 3 hours on social media alone, daily. I'm not saying you have to quit social media completely, but invest just 1 out of those 3 hours towards investing it into your future self. During this hour, spend 30 minutes learning something valuable. Then spend the next 30 minutes building something meaningful. What should you learn, you think? Well, skills that compound, like writing, speaking, exercising, researching, studying. It could be really anything you want. But here's the second part that's really important. Spend the next 30 minutes building. What should you build? Put whatever you just learned into practice. Write content. Practice speaking or presenting. Work out and exercise. Share what you learned and researched with others. Without the second part, the first part is not very effective. When I open up my phone, I have so many tabs open in my browser because I keep telling myself, oh, I'll read it later or I'll try that later. I have 78 of those tabs still open. Why? Because I haven't tried them yet or read them yet. To be exceptional, you have to be the exception. You can't do what everyone else is doing and expect different results. And what everyone else fails to do is to put into action what they learned. We all know how to get fit and lose weight, but many of us fail to exercise for those 30 minutes a day. There's so much information available to us now, and for free too, but we consume all this information and rarely do we put any of this into action. If we consistently learn and build just an hour a day, in a week, that's 7 hours of time that you've used to reverse the effect of decay. After 30 days of this practice, that's 210 hours. What do you think 210 hours can do for your health or your wealth, your relationships? I guarantee your life would look dramatically different. Be aware that at first there will be resistance to this change. But there is one thing I noticed about myself that helped me get into this routine. I realized that if I don't have anyone depending on me or nothing waiting for me to do in the morning, I just end up hitting the snooze button. But when I have someone to meet or I know I have work to do that needs to get done, I wake up and I'm ready to go. I mean, last night we ran out of milk because we had people over and we served them fruit as well. I knew going to bed that night that I had to get up in the morning to go to the grocery store and grab milk and fruit so that I can use it for breakfast and pack it for kids' lunch. So I got up and got those items. Leveraging that mindset, I set up my next morning the night before. I prepare my desk for work, I plan out exactly what I want to learn and build the next morning. This gives me a clear guideline of what I'm responsible for the next morning and what's waiting for me to get done. Whether you realize it or not, we are always paying someone or something with our time. Ultimately, you get to decide on what you're going to invest it in and how much of it you're going to invest. You can choose to invest a bit of it every day into building your future life, or just spend it all towards something that doesn't really help reach that goal that you always wanted to achieve. So let me ask you, how much is your best life worth to you? It only takes 1 hour a day. 1 hour every day. That's all it takes to start building the life you always wanted and you deserve. You deserve to put that time aside for yourself. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me today, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.